to sort of play too much into it, but still, they tried, didn't work. But we have been able to work our way into game number 3. Final match of World's Edge for today here for A versus B. On the other side of it, of course, we've still got 3 matches of Storm points, so still a lot of games to be played, a lot of points to fight for. And coming off of the win from match number 2, refresher, of course, they were united up to 41 points now, 21-point lead over Exo Clan. 4 games to go. They can hold this pace. They would be putting themselves in the position to claim the 25 points and firmly entrench themselves into 2nd place on the overall standings.
Yeah, that'd be quite the story from today, wouldn't it? That's plenty of other teams trying to stop them. It's kind of hard to, you know, impose your will on a lobby when there's 19, or in this case, I suppose 18 other teams that are looking to do that. Okay, so we're going to get a lava siphon circle here by the looks of it. See if I can be proved wrong another time today and have it shift over to Harvester where North side are, but you never know. There are options. Where are Moist going to go? They just... I mean, this is like... I wonder, I'd love to know their thought process behind this, Xenox. So let's say, you know, MT's thinking the same thing as me, because, you know, obviously great minds think alike, and, you know, he's thinking, all right, it's a 50-50 between Harvester and Siphon. You know, does that mean you just pick Siphon every single time, bank on it being that? I mean, look, honestly, North side are rotating from Harvester to Siphon, so that would indicate that they agree, certainly. But yeah, I wonder in that case if they'd ever, like, even if it was like a 60-40 the other way or something, would you just take the 40 because you get exactly the position you want if you stay within your own POI? I'd like to know his thoughts on that, honestly.
For Moist and for MT, they don't actually have green circle knowledge at the moment, right? So they actually probably...
Yeah, that's a good point. They didn't get beacon.
Yeah, so they're probably not the best example, but I do understand the premise of your discussion.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't apply to Moist, but you look at Northside, right, who do have that knowledge. They've actually pushed into Lava Siphon. I think you probably would go actually and look at Northside Esport and say the way that they've pushed in and the position that they've got, based on the information that they have, clearly there's an idea, okay? If you Siphon, I think you want to be playing in a position where, at the very least, if it does start to swing and pull over towards Harvester, you want to be in a position where you can pull yourself too hard into Lava Siphon where you kind of get stuck.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, yeah, once they see the rotate timing there from North side, they know it probably has to be North side. They know no one else can really get there that fast. And then they can be like, oh, okay, well then, you know, it's Crypto player. They've got that information. Almost certainly it's going to be a Lava Siphon game. That said, they are sitting in the middle. And there's almost no chance of the zone actually ending in the middle. It doesn't tend to do that in Lava Siphon. So they haven't picked a spot that, like, once again, Moist are just sort of playing from this spot that it's like, we're going to guarantee we get into round 3 or 4. But beyond that, honestly, it's really hard to know. So, yeah, I'm sure they don't have all of the information, as you pointed out, but, like, it's never going to end there, I suppose.
No, but
you're not trying to make.
You're not necessarily, I guess, moving opening round for a position where you think it's going to finish. You probably want to play the position early that's safe now, and that you can play with that, and you can move off of that as well, right? So if you're looking at Northside as a good example, they're not going to be moving into that position because they think it's going to finish there. They're moving into that position because there's still, as you said, that chance it might go Harvester. Do you want to play and put yourself in a position where you can play off of that? What happens if it pushes, say, towards the southwest as well? Can you rotate into that position? So you want to put yourself in a position now, early, that can play multiple different positions based on the way it's going to pull round 2, 3, 4, etc. You definitely, from round 1, cannot predict where this is going to finish. It's too much of a gamble. It could pull easily over towards northeast Lava Siphon, kind of where you thought it was going to go last time. Now it is actually a little bit more of a reality. So you could push yourself there. They was there at the moment. A couple other teams like 505. Are they sitting back saying, oh, guys, it's 100% going to go here? No, not necessarily.
No, they're not. Right. But the point is, if they pick a spot where it can end, they have the upside of it
True.
finishing on them and having Godspot from the start, and the downside of it is, I would say, a lot less, right? I mean, they still have to make that rotation. Like, okay, look, the middle building is great to play from. You know, they're not going to be in a huge amount of danger there. So that, I think, is sort of the mindset that they're coming into this from. But I just worry because they seem to keep getting into these spots where it's really tough for them at the end of the game. But MDY are going up against Dugu Play here down at the north side of launch site.
Pretty even fight breaking out. The White it's not started well in the first 2 matches. The White though do lose U-Link. Over to Usu say. Dugu Play getting that first elimination, but traded back. Casa clean. Up close and versatile. Moonlight Tears looking for the trade. But at least they find it. So only one standing for MDY. Probably not standing for much longer. Moonlight Tears not able to get that knock though. Not able to get that final kill.
Yeah, looks like got QQ. He manages to get away. He's gonna probably take that geyser. No, actually just gonna keep sneaking around. Asia from Emmanuel was also peering in just from the side, wondering if that was perhaps something they could get. Actually goes back in for the banner. Surely they see this. They hear the noise.
It's free.
Dugu Play haven't actually completely healed up yet though, so they're not necessarily, you know, watching those banners super hard, and that means QQ is actually going to get away with it and can potentially res all the way back at the dome.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
they hadn't pushed out though. That's the thing, right? So like for QQ, he had that vision, and that's why he didn't just leave. He looks back, he sees it completely open. He knows they're sitting inside of the building, healing up, you know, medding. Perfectly timed, perfect game sensor, and really well executed. And I think Dugu Play probably were not anticipating it to be that either. As we transition over to SRY, they're having a rough time of things along with Game Mob. Aimbot goes on up on the rise, and well, we go, and SRY are gone. 18th place, struggling here in Group A versus B.
Yeah, and the Seer actually got caught off guard completely there. Billy, they were holding a door and just did not, I don't know, maybe didn't get the sound cue and literally just got like 200 like one clipped before they even managed to turn around. So that was the one casualty of the fight for them. But GQ also having a look at Hermagerd, but they're pretty well fortified. They've got some perimeter fences going on here. I wouldn't think it's going to be that easy for GQ to push in. They do have a crypto, but by the looks of it, they've already used the EMP. So resetting up those fences probably after Big Boss has used that.
MDY White eliminated, taking out Moist, collecting a couple of those kills unhappily. GQ. Just the one Arc Star here for Big Boss. They timed this right. Could quite easily find the kill here. Onto Hermagerd up top. Enters are up though from Savior.
Just taking the time, playing this one out slowly. The building's actually just in the next zone, so they don't really have to rush it. They've got a couple of minutes to play this out. Who knows how much they've got to work with. I mean, you can see there was only, what, 40 heavy ammo, which I'm sure you can switch that over if you need to for Jolas, but don't necessarily want to waste everything in this one fight. So 2-tap. Ooh, just outside. Looks like they're looking for him. Can they manage to grab him before he rejoins the rest of GQ?
Yeah, but as soon as they've pulled out here, they've taken a pretty hefty beating. Straight away, you kind of have to just fall straight back in, and it's kind of back where you started. Use a couple of your supplies as well to armor back up. Do have that green circle as well, Gino. It's pulling to the south of Lava Siphon, so it's not going to be a harvest to finish. Actually pulling straight on top of Emmanuel, along with Good Riddance, who did get a bit of early information with that beacon. This fight still just prolonging. And it's not really going to benefit either team at this point. The longer this goes on, it is really going to be detrimental for both of them.
Well, you don't have teams set up in the caravans just yet. Now, we don't have App in this lobby, if I'm correct. So that means you're not going to see any Rampart Watson shenanigans. We've seen that be extremely powerful if you've got the pylon and the fences and the amped cover set up on the inside of a caravan. It can be almost impossible to break through when Sheila's coming at you at a rate of knots. And, yeah, no one's occupying those just yet, but oh my god. Despite how much they try and get them out of here, GQ.
Oh, wow.
Have pushed it a little bit too far. But on the back of that, 505 on the way.
Yeah, good timing here from 505 as well. They might be able to get all three while they're heavily wounded. Just trying to sit inside of that bathroom and heal on up. Max just got to be careful on the stairs. He's done well to get body hop, but does fall to Jolas. So still really good credit has to go here. Termagerd has done well to fight off one team. Now a second one. Surprise Z gone down. Kissans of Dawa United now starting to also want the third party get involved. So Termagerd do go down. You kind of give them a little bit of a pat on the back. Good job. They did well against GQ. Then they had 505 pushing in them as well. Warded them off to the point where 505 are basically just about done because of it. Only one left. They were United clean up the rest. They'll take 2 kills from that. Yeah, there's where that circle's kind of heading and moving. So just towards the western side of Lava Siphon.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Yeah, those caravans still in at the moment. A little bit of the highway is in as well. I would think that goes down towards the caravans there in the middle, at the sort of southeastern end. Guess we'll just have to see though. But if that is the case, it's good riddance, and it's Emmanuel. We're looking okay at the moment. As you can see, there's a lot of teams up the north, including Chicken Sandwich, including Boogie Borders and Dewa. A lot of these teams that often find themselves at the pointy end of the game, who are going to have to push their way into this.
We should maneuver to that area.
United have been playing the edge really, really well today. This is going to be another kind of game where it's going to really test their capabilities on that set position. Boogie Borders have rotated in, making their way just outside of Dugu Play, and along with Waste Esports as well, inside of Lava Siphon. Have been spotted. Borders. Oh, good shots from Waltzy. With the pressure, it's already a quick crack onto Raki as well. Shady having to pop some shells. They've only got white. 2 of them have got white armor, Gino.
Yeah, not great at this point in the game. I'm assuming, was it MDY were the ones who got rezzed in Dome, right?
They were.
Yeah, so that's probably why. I just haven't been able to find anything else. Not really any spots to loot on the way in there. Actually, there was some crafting at launch site, but I guess that's perhaps been out of their reach for now. So they're probably just, you know, waiting until they can find somewhere else. Looking at the command center over there. Moist Esports taking a bit of poke. They are co-occupying the building with Dugu Play. We're close to getting to that situation we talked about where all of a sudden they're going to have to make their move.
And I've just watched Dewa United, so gone from edge. They've actually just skyward dived straight in towards one of the caravan positions. It was one of the more central positions that was based on that last circle. That will no longer be, of course, here into the 4th round. They will have to move once again. A lot of teams towards the South Genome will have to move in aggressive manner. Whereas the teams coming out of Lava Siphon can probably fight each other up close, push in a little bit late if they need to. Those teams to the south, a lot more open terrain between them and the next zone.
Yeah, it's a fraught rotation for a couple of these teams. Truth Esports, not one of them. They're looking pretty happy up here. That N-Train car will be within the zone. So the one that Nut and Mosu are in right now. Be very happy with that. Still, the train cars in the middle of the zone are unoccupied. And it looks like finally someone's going to move in there and it's going to be Moist Esports. So I honestly kind of feel like this is a late rotation, but okay. Looks like Dewa. A lot of other teams for them to go up. Good riddance. Golden Sage are here. And we've also got... That's
Oh, easy flash. I mean, this is where Dewa have been at their best today, though. These late game fights, under pump, under pressure. A lot of teams in and around them. Kassan's getting the knock on the castle. Lots of damage going out. Can they convert this, though, into kills? Especially when there's a lot of other teams that will start to want a third party. There's easy flash goes up. Does get that kill onto QQ. Does have to fall back, though. Kassan's is cracked. Has to pop the bat. Oh, on health as well. Again, this is the strength of Dewa United today.
They have this aura about them today, and it seems to just push people away. It seems to, really help them in these fights when they're not only just taking 3v3s, but having to worry about the pressure coming in from third, fourth, and fifth parties sometimes. Next, they're going to go up against Golden Sage.
Oh, good intel here, and they can really capitalize. Double red armor, Kissan's purple crack immediately, same with easy flash, but got the frag grenade. Bastion just says goodbye to Golden Sage. More kills for Dewa United. They take the position as well, Gino. This is now a safe position on the south side. There's no other team nearby, so they will get the time to heal on up. North side are out, 10 squads remain.
Can I get some Tobies in chat, please? Dewa, send them home. Send them packing with a double with a frag. And that's the south side of the zone completely to themselves. Moist have gone from one caravan to the other, actually. And it's a good choice because that's the one that's going to be contained within the next zone. You can see one of them unoccupied there. Wouldn't be a bad place to stage from, but it won't be in zone 6. Dugu play. Still got some space here in the northern side, but soon enough, Boogie Borders going to be surfing on by.
Quiet for Boogie Borders today in this group. This might be the game where it could start to really turn for them. They and Moist Esports both now into the top 10 remaining squads. 9 left to be exact. Free agents. Haven't seen a whole lot of them either. Oh, and Biggsy just cracked immediately. We'll just fall down to Lahim. How's that shield battery available?
You can see a lot of teams have got their setups ready to go here with Chicken Sandwich and free agents on the high ground. Truth Esports as well, of course, for Sama. The shots ring out this time. He's had to make do with longbow. Borders, we said they were going to make that move up towards Dugu Play. It's a tough fight for them. Dugu Play looks like almost certainly going to come out on top. Boogie Borders out in 9th. Another poor finish for them. They have to come back on Storm Point.
And there's a couple of little scraps going on at the moment. One going towards southwest, and a lot going out towards the eastern side as well. Boost is going to be finished off by Iraqi. Asia knocked already for him, and well, had good position a lot of the times in this game. A-Flow Chambers, he's cracked, he's full flash. A-Flow does well to get rid of Moonlight Tears. Unfortunately, though, it all falls apart. Moist will capitalize. They'll pick up the points onto Emmanuel. Now they turn their attention forward to get rid of Dugu Play. But Moist Esports wiping out
Going up against Chicken Sandwich.
back to back, and now Chicken Sandwich making their way in. Only 5 squads left. It is completely kicking off here in the final end of this game.
Moist Sandwich, they have a safe spot, but they actually go out to try and either finish up some kills or grab some loot. Either way, it was a cursed rotation for them. It was a cursed call from MT, the only one, the IGL, who is still alive. People poking at him through the gaps in that caravan right now. Meanwhile, Chicken Sandwich, they're all still alive. They were very happy at the end of that fight. And Moist, unfortunately, go from having a great spot in zone to only 1 player alive.
kills for Chicken Sandwich. It's almost double digits at the moment. If they were United, as we sort of watch them again here, they have not stopped moving. They moved from the south side, now over towards the north side, right underneath Truth Esports. So we're down to just Mozu and that's Surasama. The fight continuing to just break out. Mozu's so low, and he does eventually get knocked and finished as well. 2 more kills for Daiwa United. They go past double-digit kills once again into the top 4 as well. So from a 20-point lead in front of Chicken Sandwich, despite Chicken Sandwich still being alive in this game, Gino, Daiwa just are doing more. They are doing more with what they've got in this game.
Moist finally goes down to the zone. MT tries to make a play with a med kit, but can't get out in time. Too much pressure from Chicken Sandwich. Now with 3 teams left alive, good riddance, Chicken Sandwich and Daiwa. Which one will come out on top? You can see right behind them, Chicken Sandwich are probably going to be able to deal with good riddance, but does that give the advantage to Daiwa?
I think it does. I think they're about to go back-to-back here because they can just push in third party. Good riddance gone. Now it's Clean 3 versus 3. Arkstar went out straight from Flame, loses his armor. He's flash, throws Panna as well. Daiwa United clearly the advantage. They want Pashigan. Is that going to be enough to see them fall all at one tick? It's almost running out of ammo. Easy flash doing as much as possible. Got the down onto Panna. They do enough. It is indeed back-to-back for Daiwa United. And they racked up the kills in this game as well. It was a flawless match here to close out World's Edge.